What's up, everyone? I'm sorry about yesterday. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling too hot to the point where I was like actually, I can't think of another word for it. I was actually like puking. So yeah, there was no way I was going to be able to stream and understand the story and focus. Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. So I canceled the stream very last minute because I just couldn't get myself together before streaming. So hopefully you guys understand and are okay with that. Am I all right now? I still kind of feel a little weird, but I'm not throwing up anymore. So that's all that matters to me, really. I can be sick and still stream. It's just I can't be getting up for that to happen. Will the money help? Comey, chill. Chill. I just got here. I didn't even see that you sent any money. Now I gotta check because yeah, you sent 5 gifted. Thank you. Thank you, Comey. Yeah, is it morning sickness? It was nighttime. I stream at night. Morning sickness is if I was to stream. Morning sickness is if I was to stream like in like 10 hours from now. Evening sickness, that's a thing. No, I just think I probably ate something. I don't know. I probably ate something and it messed with me. But I'm here now, and we gonna play some Babel. I'm okay. I just needed medicine and some sleep. Got up to work today. Haven't thrown up or anything, so I'm assuming I'm okay. But yeah, yeah. So we good. It's fine, chat. Chaotik doesn't get it. No, I don't get it. I don't. Are we having a mini chaotic? I didn't see that part. Shut up, Magia. Okay. No, you're not having a mini chaotic. I went back to read it and see if I'm missing anything, and I definitely was. But how you guys feeling? What's going on with you guys? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Sleeping stream win? You know, I realize that's a real thing. So no, that's not happening. I'm okay. Leaving in a few minutes for school. Sorry you can't be here, Frosty, but the VOD will be here when you get back. Unless a very crucial element that I will not mention starts deciding it doesn't want to function properly. But so far, so good. I'm making my coffee real quick. That's what you're seeing me do as I'm quickly telling this story to you guys. But yeah, yeah. Shush, don't jinx it. Wait, jinx what? I want to talk about. Jinx what? What could I possibly be? What could I possibly be jinxing? I said coffee. I meant tea. Sorry. It's usually coffee. If you're sick, drink something hot. That would require more time to make, and I had just woke up, so we'll wait until I'm about to. That would have been a great plug for the Madrina's coffee. The coffee that Madrina's tea, boba tea with look. Y'all gotta get yourself some pineapple, passion fruit pineapple. You know, kind of savage out there. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a great plug for me to mention the passion fruit pineapple tea that's coming out. Yeah, it's fire. You know what I'm saying? There we go. All right, let's do this. Let's hop right into it. That stuff. Okay. Let's go. Let's do this. You love how this sounds like near music? It really does. Especially with the vocals in the background. Full screen. There we go. Glasses. There we go. BB5. Fires of uprising. Some Sarkists continue to seek a path of peace. Your Highness Teresa, Regent of Kazel, Commanding General of the Military Commission. Wandering scholars have brought back tales of a new nomadic city on the rise of distant desert. The fires of the ancient furnace continue to burn, and the once scattered mercenaries have flocked to one banner, to the city walls that grow taller by the day. Your strength and reputation have caught the attention of the Duke of Cavendish. You have changed the way we view the Sarkis tribes. Perhaps now is the time we set prejudices aside and engage in sincere sharing and cooperation that would be beneficial to us both. I, the Duke of Cavendish, hereby invite you to visit my demesne where we may sit and parley. Our venerable empire has use for you and your brave warriors. Still waking up a little bit, but we're going to go through being able to read and not being able to read really soon. Trust me. One more time. I have to do this. No point in talking about curing neuropathy if I can't do something so simple. Still no good. Excuse me, why don't you put that med kit down? Leave this stuff to us. All right. Sometime in the gym would do you good once you've recovered. Damn. You've been in that sarcophagus way too long. You can't lift nothing, bruh. Do you lift? Doctors like gamers don't lift. At present, there's no way for you to match the physical prowess of a Terran through training. Damn. Your talents are better employed outside of manual labor. I know, it's just that, you know, I have my pride too. You've looked on edge since that day. I'm thinking about Teresa. Traveling alone to a city under enemy control is not the most logical course of action for a leader. The warriors with her may be outstanding, but they're not enough to protect her in the face of an entire army. The King of Sarkis enjoys unimaginable status in Sarkis tradition, and Teresa's own achievements are well recognized. The military commission would not act so rashly. But Victoria's invitation to Castle cannot be taken as a sign of goodwill. It means that Terra's powers have once again set their sights on Castle. Teresa needs to go to Castle and make it clear that she will not permit Castle to become embroiled in another war. Even if I know how the military commission and Babel came into being, in my understanding, the Sarkis cannot afford another internal conflict that could drain them of what little resources they have left. They have enough to deal with it. Just deal with as is. They have a complicated history, and that brings different attitudes towards outsiders. The Sarkis people have a right to choose the path they believe is correct. Teresa's or Teresa's. Looks like we've got a lot to deal with besides Aripathy. There's a big difference between knowing and understanding, I guess. Looks like there's still much I need to learn about the history of Terra. This time, you'll be the one to guide me, calls it. Of course. All we can do right now is make sure that the Aripathy patients at Rhodes Island have access to proper treatment. And that doesn't sound like proper treatment. What's going on? An attack? Now? Hold on. Comey sent me something. Yeah. I was gonna ask you anyway. Go ahead and tell me, Comey. Hold on, chat. I seem to have forgotten something last stream. I'm gonna keep going and you can just win. Oh, never mind. Wait, I knew that. But what made you guys think that I forgot that? Did I say something during the stream that made you think I forgot that? Because I saw you guys saying it in the chat. But I mean, you asked at some point what could possibly go wrong, and even asked why Cal seems to hate us in the future. I wasn't asking. I was saying that she doesn't, at least to my memory, I was saying that Calcit doesn't seem to hate us here. I was piecing together the situation. I wasn't really sure where the timeline was. Or am I not remembering what you're referring to? I might have to look back at the stream and see what you're referring to, because I don't remember saying anything that would... Yeah, I don't remember saying anything that would make someone think, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I I'm always gonna be like question mark in my head because the way that some of these stories are told is a little weird. It's just a little weird. Like I'll be sitting here reading something and I won't know whether I should know that information yet. But I don't remember where I said this, so I can't really say for where this comment was made. But yeah, thank you, Comey. I mean, if it doesn't hurt for you guys to tell me something that I'm supposed to know. If I remember, then I remember. If I don't, then I don't. But yeah, thank you, Comey. Word is, Her Highness is out. Listen up. We exalt only Her Highness. Destroy Babel, and she'll return to the embrace of Castle. Man, these guys are so fucking hostile. Destroy everyone else. Keep her alive. She will return. Like, what? If we're branded traitors, so be it. But the Regent must not be hindered at this crucial juncture. Castle will take back all we have lost. May the Sarkis be united as Her Highness's wills. Her Highness is coming. Her Highness? The one who's still on the run? His or her? It's not your place to talk shit. Was he talking shit? Say, did you take that job? Wouldn't pass up an opportunity like this if it's the last thing I did. Londinium, that den of scum. They say the columns in the feline's palace are covered in gold and the nobles walk on the floors paved with glowing stones. Expletive. Is that like another cuss word? What is the word that they usually put here? Sarkis curse word or something? Capital of a great empire. Commission from the Grand Duke. There's gonna be so much money. It's been a while, Ascalon. It's been so long since you last visited. Why not sit down and catch up for a bit? You're sending mercenaries to Londinium? Now, I must object to that accusation. People just follow the money, and it leads to what the region has provided in Londinium. You're dragging Kasdal into another war. Have you been fooling around with those dreamers at Babel for so long that you've forgotten what it means to be a Sarkis? Since when have the Sarkis been apart from war? It sounds like he kicked her in the shit. The giant's hands lunges forward. Oh, that's what happened. Ascalon is surprised to find that she cannot avoid his fist. Seeing the future is hard. Seeing through what you'll do next, less so. Did you think you were the child of destiny? So special that you could bridge the rift between the siblings? Think back to the day when you saw them for the first time. When you skinned that young mangler and followed the trail of blood through the wilderness until you walked into a storm and met the king of Sarkis. How did I know? Are you surprised, Ascalon? I saw the prophecy and led the tribe on the waste into the storm that day with game. Huh? Waste into the storm that day with game. Huh. You happen to be the one who lived. No one truly understands prophecy. No one can interfere with the future. But I wanted to catch the tail of fate. I wanted to make prophecy. The racist didn't kill you. Instead, he kept you and raised you. Maybe he wanted to tempt fate. But you never changed in all these years. You're still that poor lost child on the waste. Have patience, Escalon. You're not a threat to me yet, and I have higher hopes for you than this. Master said, your blade points at all the enemies of the Sarkas. Teresa raised you to be a deathmonger, yet you understand less about him than a warmonger like me. Huh. Did you think Teresa would be content to be some puppet for the Dukes? Spare your breath. If you don't know the full extent of his plan. I'm curious how you would stand before Teresa if he was sitting in the room behind me right now. You're simply repeating the words of others on behalf of the one behind you. You seem to have put a lot of thought into this war. How many hostiles? Later, Frosty. Exact numbers unclear. We've detected hostiles in both in front and behind us. A lot of them. Ain't no way you came in here with that stupid song. Bernice, go! I fucking hate that song, but it's so catchy. Whether it was Teresa's intention or not, the other generals of the military commission seem intent to crush Babel while Teresa is absent. That way, the Sarkas won't have a choice. How many combat personnel do we have? The best soldiers went into negotiations with Her Highness. A good part of the remaining ones have been assigned to the supply convoys. We only have less than 1/3 of our normal force. At the very least, we need to break through the roadblock ahead. Chaotik. I'll take command. Doctor? If, as you said, this attack was launched only by a few members of the military commission, then they're undoubtedly planning to get this done in one go. We can't let them set the pace. Find out where the lines are thin, disrupt their rhythm, and we'll be safe. Have you fought a war before, Doctor? Not the flesh and blood kind, but I've been trained. I'm able to reconstruct a battlefield as a computable data model. Take the front line, Chaotik. I know you'll be able to protect us. Of course. You know what I noticed? Her eyes are just so like distant. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever paid attention to her eyes like this before, but she just looks so distant. Welcome to the Scar Market, Your Highness. Things must be busy here lately. No need going against the will of many. Am I right, Your Highness? The voices of the few are worth respecting too. Many know nothing of what's happening in the lands beyond. Their lives will be turned upside down. They'll be without a home once again. I'm just a humble merchant. My business only stretches so far. Mercenaries seek to sell their lives. I seek to make money. That's why I always respect the positions of my big clients. Then I'll talk to your biggest client, the one in the room behind you. Your Highness should go no further. Since when have you started meddling in the affairs of Castle Scar-Eye? All the more reason I can't let you go further. Well, the Confessor, eh? I hate this. I hate these people so much. Except for the thick ones. I can appreciate them, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Please don't make things difficult for Scar-Eye, Your Highness. You understand that there's only one way this can go. If you and the Regent come face to face here. Confessoress. I beg Your Highness's pardon. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything here, just in case. Looks like you made a decision. Is this Teresa's position? It is. He has decided to abandon our city. Not abandon, take a step further, to go on a long expedition away from home. That's all. You've made us stagnant. We want to progress. Confessoress is right. I still remember when you and General Teresa came here for the first time. Even fate itself stepped aside for the two of you when you stood together. But look at the people here now, when Khazdo is divided. You can still command any Sarkis to your will as their king. You could kill all of us who stand here right now. But why not ask them if they're still willing to follow your dream? The bustling Scar market has lost its usual commotion. Scattered mercenaries stow their weapons and stand with heads bowed in reverence. Comey. Thank you, Comey, for the 5 gifted. And if you received any of those gifted memberships, make sure you thank Comey as usual. In their eyes is silence, but the King of Sarkis hears the voices of their hearts clearly. Uncertainty, excitement, desire, anger. Most of you have made up your minds. Then there is no point for me to try and stop you. One of the Sarkis suddenly kneels. He has not changed his mind. He has not turned away from the temptation of Teresa's plan. He simply feels a sense of guilt towards Teresa, one of the 6 heroes, their king who rebuilt Khazdo. Kneel if you feel you should. Neither General Teresa nor Lord Scar-Eye will fault you. This ancient gesture signifies more than just fealty. I'm more familiar with its other meaning. Damn it. Penitence. 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 What does that mean? Penitence. Penitence. The action of feeling or showing sorrow and regret for having done wrong. Repentance. Guilt or sorrow. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Have you found the meaning of your name? Not yet, Your Highness. Then forgive their sins as you must forgive yours. Teresa and I will carry all your sins. As you bid, I bow to you, King of Sarkis. In millennia of Sarkis history, it's always been an honor for warriors to go to war with their kings. They have tasted struggle and glory, picked themselves up from the bloodied soil. For the King of Sarkis always stood in front of them, never abandoning their people. Where the kings point, that's where home is. Where cities will emerge from the earth. God damn. That is a powerful image. Now, though, they have abandoned their king. Oh, wow. I promised a home of peace and safety, where Sarkis will be forever free from war. Before I set foot here, I had a sliver of hope that perhaps someone would follow me. But I saw fire in your eyes. I saw the city that none of you had seen with your own eyes burn. The ancient city comes in many shapes and forms in your eyes. A city of desire, a city of hatred, a city of wealth, a city of glory. You all believe you will plunder what you have longed for in that familiar land. That's why I changed my mind. I decided to see Kazdil's bravest warriors off. Kazdil will embark on a path of conquest for the first time in many years. I honor you, even though I never wanted you to take this step. You answered Teresa's call and dove into yet another campaign of hatred. Death awaits you, far away from home. Yet you still choose to leave our home and go to Londinium. The sorrowful king of Sarkis walks among her people who bow their heads to avoid her gaze. So they feel ashamed. But this is still what they want to do. This doesn't make sense to me. If they feel so strongly for their king, for Teresa and her dream for a home of peace, right? Then what's making them stray? I don't understand what Teresa's they don't feel for her dream, they feel for her because they can't let go of the rage and hate. Yeah, and this is why they're going through this repeated cycle. Like it even like to common time in Arknights or modern time in Arknights, we're constantly seeing them go through this same cycle, and it's only hurting them. And it feels like it came from this decision here, from what I'm seeing so far. They feel shame for betraying her, but they feel that the only way for the Sarkis to get back on their feet is to fight for a future, which is what Teresa is offering them. They're still blind from hate. They can't let go. We love you, but we disagree. Yeah. Am I right to be thinking that this decision here, that all these people are making, including General Teresa and the Confessory, are the reason why the Sarkis are struggling to this day? Like, am I right to be thinking this? Like, this feels like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? This sucks. This really sucks. Yet their determination does not waver, even if it means defying the king. We're going. We're going. Voices rise and fall, as though the warriors are singing an elegy for themselves as they go to death. We exalt your highness. We cannot follow you anymore. The regent promises that Londinium will be a new start. There lies the Sarkis' future. There lies our future. Take care of yourselves, my warriors. Even though you will never return to Kazdil. The white figure passes through the party crowd. The king's people are unmoved by her words. They no longer follow the king they once exalted. The other possibility for her people, the home full of flowers that she strived to build, did not come in time for the Sarkis. This sucks, man. This really fucking sucks. General, you knew this day would come. What do you think? Hesitate, and all we've worked for will be for naught. Her Highness did not hesitate, neither should we. Make your preparations then, Manfred. Do not forget the feelings that will burn within you, here and now, no matter what they are. I hate this. Hold on, let me turn down my my light real quick because it's killing my eyes. No need to be down, Escalon. More will join us when Babel grows strong enough to provide shelter for more people. We're being followed. Your Highness. Wait, Escalon, she's not hostile. Well, that was a hard hit. Is that a sleeve blade? Anyway, Your Highness, I would like to leave with you, if that's okay with you. Who the fuck is this? Thank you. What's your name? Oh, what? Isn't this the Sarkis we met earlier in the story? Julie. A nice name. One that's not often used by mercenaries. Did you make it up yourself? Didn't we meet this character earlier in this? You'll remember. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. No, I don't have a name. Someone else gave it to me. She said having a name gives one a sense of belonging. She's right. Why not follow the rest of them to Londinium? I've had enough of fighting. She says Your Highness will bring about a life where we don't have to fight anymore. That's why I came to check it out for her. I wanted to challenge you before deciding whether to go with you, but I didn't have the guts to raise my sword when you stood before me. You're a strong warrior, that's for sure. I wouldn't say that about myself when I'm standing in front of you. At least I can be sure that she wasn't playing me for a fool when she said you were once a great hero of Kasdal. A reason so simple, it's hard to believe. The red-haired mercenary scratches her head. Well, I guess I liked the way you talked just now. Not sure I understood most of it though. Where's your friend? She can come too. She's already here. Her clothes and her sword and her clothes may be a little loose fitting though. So her friend probably died and she's wearing the outfit and carrying her swords. She was a strong warrior. Felt a little like this one over here. I'm a little something of a tailor. I could hem it for you. There's no need. I'm used to it. Let's go then, Julie. One moment, please, Your Highness. There are other mercenaries here who would like to go with you. What? Teresa looks toward the dark exit of the Scar Market and sees a swaying speck of flame. One speck becomes two becomes three, and many more emerge from the darkness. The first torch-carrying mercenary steps into the sunlight and sees the white figure standing on top of a hill. Man, if they have an image for this, it would be great. He points forward and walks towards Teresa without looking back. More and more follow him, the line seemingly without end. Just because we're used to battle doesn't mean we're willing to bury ourselves in the campaign with no end in sight. If there's another way to live, many of us are willing to take it. I heard some people are secretly recruiting the willing in Kasdal. There may be some there ready to join us, although the journey through the wilderness would be a tough one. I'll make arrangements. Let's go, Julie. We have a lot to do. There are plenty of people for us to house, after all. You're back. They've retreated. Outstanding work, Doctor. Are those people clapping? Who? A group of medics hurried through the corridor, carrying several stretchers. Chaotik turns to block them from the doctor's sight. The enemy was essentially making suicide attacks. It was inevitable that there would be casualties as we broke through. We lost fewer than we had any right to expect. How many did we lose? There was nothing wrong with how you commanded the operation. You don't need to be involved in the cleanup. Doctor calls it running low on plasma. I'll deal with the coordination and surgery. The medics have already gone. The doctor is not sure whether the terrifying scene just now was a figment of the imagination, but the smell of blood simply would not go away. Did they type "got away" and I still read it as "go away"? That's crazy. The one moment where we're not being able to read works. A sense of dizziness. I'm able to reconstruct a battlefield as a computable data model. But it's not numbers that fight a war. Living, breathing people are fighting for their survival. How long has it been since Doctor? Scout. First time seeing the blood and gore? You could say that. We didn't have so many lives to waste in the wars I fought in the past. Treat yourself to a sweet drink. It'll make you feel better. I speak from experience. It's all thanks to your command that we were able to triumph against the overwhelming odds. Are your battles always like this? No, this is one of the easy ones. I'll gladly entrust my life to you if it means our future battles will be so easy. Is war really the only way? You're not the first to ask that question, but this attack is only a sign of things to come. No one knows what the future holds. I have great expectations of you, our tactical genius. The history books would record the two Sarkas rulers declared war on each other in the winter of 1091, causing open hostiles to break out between the military commission and Babel. For the Sarkas themselves, however, the civil war had begun in 1086 when isolated conflict started to escalate rapidly. The 2 centuries of peace that Kazdal had enjoyed have come to an end. That's crazy, man. This is really starting to get, I mean, it's been depressing.
All operators must maintain strict discipline.
主の名を掲げ、この旗の下へ集え。こんなセリフを一度言ってみたかったんだ。
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I'm listening.
Job.
信号は即戦即決。
There you are.
Your lives are mine to protect.
There you are.
Your lives now ignited. Roar. A word I've not heard in a long, long time.
I'll do my best. Here I am.
I wasn't supposed to plant you into the soil to grow anew. This will keep you quiet. Moving to designated location.
Can I get away from me, please? begin at any time. Take aim.
I'm prepared to match the firelight.
The concert may begin at. Let's take it slow.
You saw nothing.
問題ないよ。
Don't. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Can I get away from me, please?
Mission accomplished.
Sisty beasts? Those rampaging Sisty beasts, are they migrating? Vanguard never stood a chance. The Vanguard never stood a chance. All those who didn't get out of the way in time were, and those soldiers, moving in perfect coordination without exchanging a word. None of that was in the intel. That's not what we need to worry about. Oh, Dicky with the blicky. I'm the ranking officer now. All survivors form up and retreat immediately. These supplies are crucial. It'll be a hard winter without them. Yes, ma'am, but how did things go so wrong even though we made our move early? Did our informant? The intel was good. We were delayed by the mercenaries transporting the supplies. They upped the price on the spot. I've dealt with them. This is why I hate mercenaries. Another coincidence. It's not a coincidence if it keeps happening over and over again. We've had way too many setbacks lately. Focus. Babel forces must be... Wait, Scout. That's Scout. A flash of white and a hole appears in the soldier's forehead. Oh shit. I cannot even tell where the attack is coming from. In the noise of the Sisty Beast stampede. Leave the supplies behind and you may leave unmolested. You have been warned. Without warning, Ursula hears a cold, coarse voice in her head. He's dead. We need to withdraw. Did you hear that voice? Just a bluff. Keep your head low and stay with me. Don't get separated. Stick together if you want to live. We need to get these supplies back. As for the Vanguard, we're in no position to think about them. Chaotic on demon time for real. They're retreating. I suppose nabbing the supplies isn't so easy after all. Be patient and follow the doctor's instructions. The chairman has said that the priority is to minimize casualties. I know mantra. Who the fuck are you? You look cool as hell. Oh, you look cool as hell. Mantra's lips are closed, but Scout can hear her voice clearly in his head. She's the perfect coordinator for Babel's covert operations and a shadow that eats away at the enemy's sanity. The enemy Vanguard has been scattered by the herd. Survivors have fled into the woods. The enemy's actions were spontaneous, unplanned. They must have known that we decrypted their communications, but the envelopment succeeded nonetheless. We can leave the rest to Escalon. Escalon will not fail. Neither will we. You're absolutely right. You should get some rest, Mantra. Talking takes a toll on you. No need to worry about the follow-up. We have the doctor. Who directed this operation? The evil spirit again? Just what is this commander? Which royal court does it come from? If it could do this to us, it could do it to you too. Why would you sell your soul to something like that? I'm getting out of here alive. The mercenary hears breathing in the darkness not far away and swings his sword without hesitation. Gotcha. Oh, fuck. What the hell? You're wounded too. You think you could kill me and walk away alive? Get out of my way or I'll kill you, if that's the last thing I do. You're not taking Marcel's things. He's going home. Home? Our home is Khazdo. You traitors to Khazdo. The mercenary keeps swinging his sword to Oda, who only passively blocks with his hammer. The mercenary's movement slows down, and his breathing grows weak. Babel morons. Wasn't it the military commission who betrayed Khazdo? Relax. He's dead. Be more decisive next time, Oda. There'll be fewer injuries. The entire squad is dead. They should have died an honorable death, but not tormented by fear. It's not the right time to show mercy. Bring Marcel. Our mission is finished. You remember his name? I remember everyone in Babel. The living and the dead. The ones who had names and the ones who didn't. I could have saved him. It's just hard to raise your weapon against your own kin. Even if it's to avenge Marcel. Your father died in the chaos of the city. Have you ever thought about seeking vengeance for him? Oda takes a deep breath. I hate the people who killed him. But vengeance doesn't change anything. Classical idea. Rational, righteous, human. I'm confused because I'm pretty sure Ascalon was the... Am I going crazy? Ascalon was the one that killed his father. Hold on, chat. Oh, you guys have been saying it the whole time. Got it. Yeah, he was behind the door. Yeah. But still, like that's crazy that Ascalon would say that. That's why I got confused. What if your vendetta is with a cold deathmonger with hands soaked in blood? Would you say you kill for justice and your ideals without a hint of hatred? I'm not sure. Do you regret killing mercenaries who threatened Babel, Ascalon? No. Then I won't either. Even if it means I have to. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying silly things again. Don't mind me. I'm not important at all. No, all Babelites, like Bab elites. That's cool. Babelites are important to Her Highness. Time to go back. Yo, Ascalon is cold. Check Panda's message. Both don't know the circumstance, I guess. Ascalon doesn't know Good Luck is Otta's father, and Otta doesn't know Ascalon killed Good Luck. Okay. What are you here for? I've already said it many times. It was my own decision to betray Her Highness. I have nothing to do with the military commission. I'm not an informer for them. You want to execute me? Make it quick. I'm not here to torture you. I brought some wine. I don't need it. Are you sure? This is Victorian fruit wine, not some lousy swill. What are you here for? To catch up about old times. We have nothing to talk about. I know Scout's hiding something from me. Ascalon would too, because she knows we know each other. Man, Ace, man. Rest in peace, Ace, dude. It's so cool to see him in the story still. They found a way to still include him in everything. That's so awesome. But I can make a pretty good guess why you wanted to kill the doctor. Hold on, I'm looking for something for you, Comey. Give me a second. I don't remember what server it's in. I believe it was in mine, but I don't remember where. I posted a picture of me literally completing it. Can't fucking find it. You only read the part with the priestess because chat said that was the important part. On stream, the part that I showed was off stream when I didn't want to read on stream. I was literally like going through the entire story. And I can't fucking find the image. Yeah, this was months ago. I read the story. I don't know why people keep saying that I didn't read it. I read it off stream. I was literally laying in bed and I kept falling asleep on parts of the story. I remember the exact thing. Because people kept on saying it was important to one of the chapters. Be my guest. You're not a sore loser. You're unhappy because the doctor is an outsider. Everyone wants Babel and the military commission to get along. You believe that Dr. Kaltze and the doctor winded the rift rather than mended it. Good guess. Now get it out. Now get out. I'm an outsider too, and I'm still fighting for Sarkis to this day. The wine. You're drinking out of your hat? You see a wine glass in the cell? Should have brought one. What happened to the rest of your team? Let's see. The one with the spear, the caster, the one with the shield who's sitting here right now, a medic, and a sniper. Wait, what? The one with the shield who's sitting here right now. Why are you including... Okay. A medic and a sniper. Skull Sphere, White Smoke, Gray Sun, Strauss, Walnut, Kung, and Herb. That's his previous team. Huh. So the sniper's name was Herb. He's dead. Let bygones be bygones. All good fighters. If I ever get to mentor the young, I raise them to be that kind of fighter. Selfless, honest, curious about picking a side, but committed once they made their choice. How sentimental. Do the Sarkas hate outsiders in Babel that much? Fools like you who give their lives for Her Highness wouldn't understand. Babel might be changing certain things, but it's meaningless. It's not fast enough, and its reach is not far enough. You guys didn't even really give it a chance. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Her Highness did not have to have her hands tied. She did not need to waste her time. The doctor helped Chairman Teresa a lot. In what capacity? A researcher? A military commander? Both. Even though the doctor killed so many Sarkas, the more people like that, the longer the war will drag on. Her Highness's achievements are grand. She solved problems all her life, taking care of the needs of generations, and now she leads the fight against Aripathy. But what's happening now? We're fighting the military commission, fighting our own. That's not part of her vision. Oh, I almost forgot. You're a mercenary, but you're not a Sarkas mercenary. True enough. I only came to Babel because I was with the others. I got involved in this because my people were Sarkas. Oh, White Smoke is dead too. Why bring her up now? I thought maybe there was something going on between you two. Doesn't matter, she's dead. She's dead in the presence of Chairman Teresa. Damn, now I'm starting to envy her. What happened? Ambush. Only the two of us survived. She lost her legs into an arch trap. Oh, that sounds scary. I had to drag her through the mud. That's when we ran into Chairman Teresa. Well, we ran into Doctor first. Evil spirits showed up on the battlefield personally. Believe it or not, I thought I was looking at a Letteran priest. A Letteran priest? Huh? A Letteran priest? Is that what they call people from? Oh, never mind. I got it. When I first saw the doctor in the distance. Never mind. I got it, chat. The doctor was praying with the black hood bowed low, next to the glowing chairman. The doctor was praying with that black hood bowed low, next to the glowing chairman. Wasn't even kneeling or doing any sort of ritual, just gazing silently into the distance with Chairman Teresa. The evil spirit you were talking about, Doctor, is not some heartless monster. The doctor is torn, wandering in solitude, and still, in the end, choose to bring victory to Babel. So you came to preach. You're trying to guilt trip me. Get out and take your bloody wine. Did you think I would? No, you're not that naive. Has a decision been made? Yes. Death sentence? The doctor and Chairman Teresa had reservations, but Doctor and most of the fighters who participated in the operation won't have it any other way. What about you? Your betrayal cost us dozens of lives, brother. This time, I'm with Doctor. Doctor calls it. More wine. You just spilled the last of it. Are you gonna be doing it? Yes. No need to burden Scout. He's tough on the outside, but tender inside, and I don't want to hand you over to anyone else. I came to tell you, brother, that even though you did something stupid, Babel will remember your name. We'll keep fighting and keep keeping your warning and reproach in our hearts. Train some promising young ones then while you still can. Decent ones like you don't live long. Guess so. See you again, when this Arcus can finally live in peace. The traitors and spies have been executed. Royal court spies, they really have a lot of problems in their tribe. Good work. What about the unit that entered the war zone? Scouts report that they blocked key passages leading out of the mountains after attacking Babel positions. The general did not order this, but did someone from the royal court? Or it's a Syracusian plot? Unlikely. Reports indicate no particular bloodline characteristics to the witchcraft, and little effort was made to cipher communications. It's a rabble. May I speak frankly, sir? The unit may be rogue, but they just happened to cram Babel in with a catastrophe. Isn't that a good thing for us? What about the other commanders and mercenary captains? Watching the show, of course, waiting to see if the enemy chooses to surrender or die at the hands of the catastrophe and the ruffians. I wouldn't overthink it if I were you, sir. You've shown us much mercy as you possibly could by ordering that we pull out of the valley and leave an opening for them. Who knows? Maybe some of my family are in that catastrophe. I've gotten over it. You don't care? I try not to. This story is dark, man. Like, I know this whole game is dark, but this one's a little different. Like, you can feel the weight of the tensions in every situation in this one. Sorry I'm late. So, no need to start from the beginning. Ace was called on short notice. Just follow Mantra's instructions. Go ahead, we don't have much time. It's a true war story. They don't hold back. Yeah. Emergency? Nods. I'll keep going then. We have 2,500 souls. We have 2,500 souls in the catastrophe radius, mostly medics, infected civilians, prisoners, and injured mercenaries. The scale of the catastrophe is larger than the catastrophe messengers predicted. It's currently expected to affect 5 outposts, 3 key passages, and a field hospital repurposed from the abandoned town. They had almost made it out of the catastrophe radius when their path was cut off by mercenaries, trapping medics, wounded, and civilians to die in the catastrophe. Is Manfred willing to go to such lengths these days? It's not his style. The 3 military commission units have retreated from the forest, even leaving the humanitarian corridor open in one of the canyons. The military commission has casters on the cliffs ready to annihilate any armed unit that attempts to pass through, but they're not trying to hide what they're doing and not doing anything we didn't expect. These mercenaries are different. They came out of nowhere, attacked our positions, destroyed important roads and bridges, polluted several water sources, goddamn, in the mountains with Originium explosives. There seems to be no reason with their actions. Who's their employer? We're still looking into it, but based on what little intelligence we have, it's very likely they're rogue. Revenge. The last grasp struggle after being abandoned by Teresa. What the fuck? So they go rogue and then try to get that's crazy. That's crazy. Revenge. A last grasp struggle after being abandoned by Teresa. Instigation by another country. Anything's possible. Doesn't matter. I'll find out who their leader is and kill them. Without leader, A band of aimless mercenaries is just useless rabble. You go save those people. We'll regroup back at base. I'll leave them to you then. One last message. Her Highness says this operation is not part of the campaign. You should be relieved. In a war that has been increasingly gridlocked, the opposing sides have a chance to work together for a common goal. Saving lives from catastrophe.
Take a breather and tally up your losses. Nothing worth celebrating here. We might be dead in a second or two.
Yeah, this story's a lot heavier. It's a lot heavier. Something about this, the way that they're telling the story, you could feel the stakes. And they just keep on getting like worse and worse as you keep going. Hey, Aphrodisiac, what's up, brother? Thank you for resubbing. I appreciate you, my guy. There will be tears by the end from you. We'll see. We will see. Flickering light. The banner of war flies high in the distance. Arknights has always had that theme though. Babel has just been more personal since it involves Rhodes Island directly. Yeah, but I think the reason why I'm saying this is more heavy is because of that relationship with Rhodes Island. We have the player has a personal relationship with all of these characters. We know them. We know at least most of their stories. So now we're feeling the weight of the situation. Just seeing war doesn't really matter. But when you see war and understand the people who are involved in it, it's a little different. That's a little different. How do you compare this to Lone Star? I don't think I can. Yeah, too soon. Too soon. I gotta finish because and it's not called Lone Star. Lone Trail. I was sitting here trying to remember the name of it. Yeah, I have to finish it because Lone Trail was more a story of exploration and the risks involving, right? Traveling beyond the stars, while also all the stakes below ground as well. All the discoveries, right? This one, I can't really say anything because the real meat of Lone Trail was damn near the end. So this could be the same thing. Okay. Now, I'm not saying, let me clarify. I'm not saying that Lone Trail didn't have any strength in it in earlier parts of the chapter. I'm saying the meat of it, like the thing that actually makes you see what led to all of this was at the end. So that's what I mean by that. I thought I was disconnected. I was about to be mad as hell. All right, look up ahead. The bridge has been blown. How are we supposed to get across? Is there another path? The catastrophe cloud is still over our heads. We can't go any further, not with the wounded and children. They're using transitions now. Damn, the Originium crystals on the ground are starting to glow. They'll kill us before the catastrophe even has a chance. We need to... Oh God, that cough has to be hard. PowerPoint. We need to go. It's all fucking Originium particles in the air. No medicine for more than a week now. All the injured, infected. Damn it. What's that sound? A trap? No reinforcements from Babel yet? And keep looking for a path. Don't come back until you do. Catastrophes. The catastrophe clouds fully formed. Which damn unit attacked the hospital? Not even Scar is that crazy. Stick together. It's too late to try to get out of the catastrophe. We need to find some clean caves. Nothing with iridium traces on it. Not even a little bit. Doing this to the wounded? Teresa, you piece of shit. No, Mom, my leg hurts. Don't cry. Don't cry. We're almost home. No, it hurts. It hurts. Sound of children crying. Sound of conspiracy, of death, of struggling to survive. Catastrophe is deaf to all of that, turning wind and snow into storm. A few figures stand on a distant cliff. A woman stands on the edge, peering silently into the distance. A merciless catastrophe. Enemy soldiers blocking key passages, fleeing beasts and the wounded and civilians with nowhere to run. Life echoes in the valley, reaching Mantra's ears. It's the sound of children crying. I hear it. Children are crying. It's starting to snow. This isn't good. 2,313. All confirmed. Location and physical data log. Fewer losses than expected, but time's of the essence. Watching your arts up close is always a remarkable experience, Mantra. Nods humbly. Was the JAL and HR able to get you a few assistants? Closes eyes. A shame. Message sent to all squads. Cave, 7 kilometers to northeast. God, this... What the fuck is she? The children are there. But the military commission's drones have found us. I'll stay, you go. They don't want to face my squad head on in this terrain. Just going to say hi. We'll try to take Manfred alive if he's leading them. Don't take unnecessary risks. Doctor here. Sorry I'm late. Operations in the CA area have concluded. Continue to carry out Mantra's plan. I'll provide support elsewhere. The priority is to help the civilians and wounded. Good timing, Doctor. Thanks. Misery is distracting the military commission, but he needs help. Is this the part where I volunteer? Yes, Ace. Awaiting your orders. And Teresa will go directly to the affected field hospital at the center to prevent further casualties. If all goes well, I'll meet you there. Explosion! Explosion! Move away from the glowing area! Back off! The Originum Underground is being activated! Fires stir beneath the frozen earth, and blizzards bring with it the sparks of catastrophe. Every breath seems to carry the weight of all of Terra, bringing it upon every individual soul. The weight vanishes in an instant. They look up to see an astonishing sight. The explosion stopped. Snow floating in the air. The snow crystals here are almost indistinguishable from Iridium crystals. Control over them can be achieved with sufficient focus. Your precise control over the individual snowflakes is difficult, but it's not so difficult to hold a snowstorm off in an Iridium-rich environment. Have you been paying attention in class, Aiden? Yeah, Aiden. You're here. I can give you 10 minutes. Go back to the meadows at the bottom of the valley and head south. Scout will guide your path. Don't you remember what I taught you? There are a lot of emergency precautions you can take in an iridium-dense environment, but you did nothing. Wait, you have acute erypathy patients in your group. What were you thinking? Take this syringe. I'll do what I can. You have 10 minutes to get everybody in order, but you move it before the catastrophe fully forms. This area will be safe while I dampen it for a bit. One more thing. I'm using several kind of arts at the same time right now. I want to see an essay from all of you on my table by this weekend, explaining which schools these arts belong to. So you better damn well make it out alive. Damn, that's fucking funny. It's me. Any instructions for Manfred? What is he doing? A royal court high rank in amongst the Babel forces and refugees? Impossible. Look it up. Not there's anything to look up. Manfred probably made up the excuse on the spot. Hold on, chat. I gotta go use the bathroom. I've been trying to chill, but it looks like you guys are just gonna have to wait a second. Chat. I'm just going to say, demons are real. Okay? We shall continue. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna say one more thing. That Krabby Patty from Wendy's, that's the source of the demons. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. That Krabby Patty was yummy as fuck, though. Yeah, you know. Oh, that's literally a sinner's death wish. Oh, god damn. And the milkshake too, bruh. Bad combination. Oh man, I thought I still had the bag by me. I was gonna be like, yeah, look how. And I still got one more Krabby Patty in the fridge. Okay. Okay, let me switch scenes so we can continue. All right. Like the stream. Okay. Doubt there's anything to look up. Manfred's probably made up the excuse on the spot. Even if they were there, they're Babel prisoners now. Rescuing prisoners in the middle of a catastrophe is not part of the contract, but we have to do it anyway. Damn it, get Thorn squad to check the blockade. All right, 86 here. Hello? Hello? Baki, what the fuck? Okay. No response. Where did they go? It's not time for the shift change yet, is it? Wait. Isn't it a little too quiet? Their foul beast cries only a moment ago. All of the all of the animals must have fled the catastrophe. They'll sweep through this place in 5 hours. This is no time to be taking a nap. Hand me the schedule. I said hand me the... Hey. Where did you go? Hello, this is Squad 86. Anyone hear me? Anybody? What's going on? Somebody's... Get called. Darkness. 3 squad silence. No alerts. The path is clear. Combat personnel, follow these coordinates. Medics, take the injured and follow the markings I've left. There's something I need to confirm. This is the military commission's frequency, all right? But these... Oh, God. Words. See, this is what happens when you walk away from the screen. It's the military commission's frequency, all right? But these were scouts, not the rogue mercenaries that attacked our positions. Mission briefing, strawberry. Just monitoring the retreat of the civilians. Manfred even lied to them that there was a royal court high rank here. I guess I'll leave the rest to Escalon. Yo, I'm just gonna say, I like the decision that they, instead of the black boxes at the bottom and top, yeah, this is fire. Like using ice instead, that's so cool. Babel, are you my death? You led the attack on Babel positions. Whose orders are you following? It's just doctors and the infected civilians. The sword comes before she can finish her sentence. Something feels out of place. But Ascalon adjusts quickly. She's always been more familiar with the language of violence anyway. The sleeve blade is out of its sheath. What are you? Bomb, you're crazy. Surrender, you have no chance. It's me. I'm done. Sorry I couldn't take him alive. He blew himself up. Something's not right. He recognized me as Babel immediately. Realized he was no match for me and quickly chose to blow himself up. Abnormally decisive. Could be some experienced spy or... Wait. I found a pouch. It's undamaged. I must cut it off. There's a Babel sleeve badge and a military commission medal inside. It's not unusual for a mercenary to be working both sides of a war. And a piece of paper, possibly personal notes. Most of it is illegible. The only thing I can make out is Del home. Forget it. Not important. Communications are out. Well, I guess some old stuff won't do when a catastrophe is so close. Let's hope the other teams found a way out. Don't just stand there. Bring all the infected who can't move over here. What's the point? It's not like they'll be able to get away from the catastrophe. Just do it. It's not like you have anything to lose, is there? And some of them are comatose. My condition isn't that far off from theirs. I'll end their suffering. Iridium particles will spread when they die. I'll take the brunt of it. Take your bow, keep your distance, and finish the job. Mumbles, hell no. Hey, stay away from the infected. Julie will deal with them. Infected? You're just leaving them here like firewood? I'm not doing it because I want to. Is there any hope for them? No, just death. They'll turn to dust in 10 minutes or so. They could have been saved. Does living a little longer count as being saved? Their conditions are too severe. If they don't die here, they'll die in some forgotten alleyway in Kasdel. I should have stayed in Sargon. Here, give them these suppressants. They'll at least relieve their pain. Where'd you get these suppressants? No, who are you anyway? When did you get here? Yeah, I was about to say, this is weird. Don't move. Your ID code now, or I'll let the doctor pass. It's fine. Everything will be fine. You look familiar. Your Highness, how could you... We're right in the middle of the catastrophe. We're very grateful, but you shouldn't have come. It's too dangerous. The White Sarkis appears on the battlefield without a sound, as though she come out of nowhere. The crowd whispers amongst themselves. Is she truly the king of Babel? One of the living 6 heroes? The mother of Kasdal? Teresa simply nods at confused and bewildered crowd. She kneels by the side of the infected. Your Highness, I'm sorry I came late. Too late to save your lives. I'm sorry I couldn't do enough. Please don't. Teresa gently holds his hand in hers. The other infected, all the ones are still conscious. Those who have not fully given up on living feel a little bit of gentle warmth. I'm listening, my children. I will remember how all of you lived and died. Forgive me that I could not promise you more, but for your family, children, friends, and comrades, there will come a day where they'll no longer live in fear. Your lives should have been so much more. Now dream a warm dream, a dream that will come true. Sleep, children of Kasdal. Sleep in the warm embrace of home. Sleep. Thank you. The infected begin to glow with the colors of Originium. Tiny stones eat away at flesh and blood, transforming their lives and desires into fleeting sparks. Teresa holds their hands to the end, until shining dust rises towards the sky and is shattered by wind, never to become stars upon the heavens. Oh man, that's descriptive as hell. So you can call me anything you like, even evil spirit if that's what you prefer. I don't mean that. It's just, this is the first time we've spoken to each other alone. You brought us many victories. I've had a hand in some. They also say you're an expert in Originium. Expert. Yet it's the first time I've seen infected die like this with my own 2 eyes. You're lucky. I never thought it would be so. Does living a little longer count as being saved? Never mind. It's time to go, Teresa. Right. But it's too late. Even if we leave now and the military commission has set a trap for us, it'll be fine. Let's go home. The military commission's after action report writes, King of Babel and her most trusted men led her people out of the valley. With a single touch, she parted wind, snow, and flames, gentle as a mother parts the bed curtains to put her son to sleep, or child to sleep. Why did I say son? And casters and crossbowmen observed the procession, but none dared to take the first shot, nor give the order to. Flowery report and Medfred's false intelligence earn an admonition. An act or action of omissioning. What the fuck does omission mean? Advise. From the commission, but no further discipline. Doctor, I heard about the operation. Doctor? There's something I want to ask, Chaotik. Go ahead. As a physician, is it saving a life when all you do is starve them off death for a little while? Unless it goes contrary to the patient's wishes, the duty of a physician is to save lives. That's what we've always worked to do. Why do you ask? Looking at Amiya and the people around us makes me feel that you shouldn't have to deal with this kind of suffering. And Doctor, Chaotik, there you are. The intelligence meeting just ended. The unexpected catastrophe has led to a stalemate and some breathing room for us. The two of you need to get some rest, especially you, Doctor. You've hardly slept since you've been back, right? I'm fine. Teresa glances at Chaotik, who seems to sigh wordlessly with her eyes. The King of Sarkis senses guilt and restlessness. It is not an easy thing to accept watching so many infected turn to dust before one's eyes. Doctor, do you think all this is your fault? It is. I won't run from my responsibility, and I won't wallow in self-pity. I just need time to accept the present. I don't know if Originium is supposed to hurt a newborn civilization like this, but Originium is the only way to protect all life in existence. You're tired, Doctor. I'm grateful that you have chosen to bear the burden of these emotions for the sake of this great land. Your pain and struggle shows your kindness and ideals. I won't try to wipe them away, but we could share this burden if you are willing. Teresa wants to hold the doctor's hand, perceive the doctor's guilt and anxiety-filled soul. She wants to help the doctor. But a tiny speck of noise echoes ominously in the king's mind. The doctor is rejecting me? Or is it... Sorry, Teresa, but this is not something you need to take on. No need to use Civilite Eterna on me. It takes a toll on you too. There are more important uses for it. More important than helping someone who's given everything for us? Thank you, I mean it. You and Scout said we have some breathing room, right? I'll make dinner for us then. I learned it off Misery. for our future challenges.
No need to make a scene.
What the fuck are those?
I won't sleep on the job. Here
Oh,
I
it does
am.
that stuff to us. I got it. Never mind. I just did that wrong.
Picked out your bait yet?
Yeah. Okay, I see.
Sure.
信号はいや悪いね。僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
An improv. You can't hide your fear.
What would you...
Ecstasy as bright as gold.
Solidify.
信号は誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Your lives are mine to...
Yielding is
I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
This will be over soon.
Fear not the firelight.
Solidify.
信号はこれで分かったでしょ。
Don't let her match your step.
This will be over soon. Got a problem that needs solving? Moving to designated location. Yielding is not an option.
I'll do my best.
This will be over soon.
I'm listening. Here I am.
Where do you wish to go? I am Dublin.
Sure.
You saw nothing.
Need speed to succeed.
Roar.
Solidify.
Can I stay back? The liberty and sunlight all around us.
Solidify.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. A piece of iridium crystal lies quietly on a test table, glowing orange yellow under the light. Orangish yellow. It looks pure, beautiful, harmless. Priestess, what have we done? I'm afraid not. It's impossible. Wait! What have we done? The doctor picks up the iridium crystal with one hand and stabs it into another arm. It leaves a bloody gash on the arm, but nothing else. Pain grows distinct. Yet it is not the pain of iridium infection. The instruments show the same. No sign of assimilation of iridium and cell. Iridium won't affect me. Did we ever imagine that such pain would come? What would you say about what's happening to this world? Are they the source of iridium? Or the creators of it? Unknown lineage, iridium. The last spark that we've passed on. It's working. Several times more effective than existing suppressants. Amiya's blood iridium crystal concentration has dropped significantly. But it's just a prototype. I haven't found a way to mass produce it yet on Terra yet. Doctor, I know you're experimenting on yourself, but you really don't look well. Just some research on blood. Iridium doesn't affect me. We've had safety measures in place since it was just an energy project. Maybe it could be used to mitigate the symptoms of arypathy. Jeez. And Teresa, she's not like you. Civilite Eterna is not some kind of powerful magic. She has simply created iridium arts in its most fundamental form through the accumulation of a long legacy. With her help, we may be able to develop more advanced arypathy medicine that can be mass produced. I'm more concerned about you right now, Doctor. I'm fine. If iridium has transformed you into beings identical to us, then there will be a way to create a serum in the place of my own. No matter how complicated the present issues are, if Babel can develop an effective arypathy medicine, it'll be more than just the Sarkis that support us. It'll be all of Terra. Then we can foster a future with iridium, one that is peaceful, happy, and eternal. No, listen to me. Chaotik grabs the doctor's arm. It's a lot thinner than she remembers. You have not relaxed for an instant, from Rim Billington to the Sarkis Civil War. I chose to wake you up in order to point the way for this civilization, one that surprised me at every turn. I don't want you to waste away now. You need to take care of yourself. Sorry, right now though, what I want to do most is alleviate Amiya's pain. Three months later, Rhodes Islands of Babel. I see you, Amiya. You can come out. Doctor, am I interrupting anything? No, just curious how you got in when I didn't hear a door open. I found a lot of secret passages. Secret passages? Yeah, Closer said not to tell anyone, so I haven't. No wonder Dr. Chaotik can't find you for checkups. You've been hiding here all along. I promise I won't run away if you go with me. Alright, I'll try to make the time. You've been really busy. Dr. Chaotik said even she's hardly seen you lately. Whenever I see you, you're all by yourself, carrying a stack of papers, head down, walking from one end to a corridor to the other. If someone says hi to you, all you do is nod, then keep walking without a word. Sounds like you're describing a really rude person. Sorry, Amiya. No, that's not what I meant. You just seem really unhappy. Why would you say that? Before we came to Rhodes Island, you were curious about everything, cuddled up with the bird and beast at night, crouched down to look at tiny rocks in the mines, and went to pick fruit from the beck beast dens. You enjoyed everything, even the things that didn't interest me as a kid. But now whenever I talk to you about something fun, all you say is I'm glad you enjoyed it, Amiya. But I came to talk to you about it to make you feel happy. Are you unhappy because I'm not getting better? It's not because of you, Amiya. This is about me. And you can hear noises outside the ship, can't you? Yes, like the huge drills in Rim Billington. They're so noisy, I don't like them. Me, Teresa, Doctor calls it. We all have a lot of things to do. It's not your fault. Alright. Do you have time today, Amiya? Yes. You want to go up the deck and see the clouds? It's going to rain. They have very interesting shapes, and I could talk for a very long time if someone is there to listen to me. Of course. But don't you have work to do? It's okay. I'll be done soon. Protect the CEO, Amiya. Protect Supreme Leader Amiya. Amiya, if there comes a day when we cure Ripathy, not just for you, but for all of Terra as well, when the day comes that Tarans no longer have to live in fear of Iridium and catastrophe, let's go on a journey again to see the rest of this great land. This time, we'll bring Chaotik, and Iridium will become the light that guides the next civilization. All consciousness shall foster a new hope in Iridium until the end of time. Doctor! It's okay, Doctor just passed out on the deck due to exhaustion. Thank goodness, it's not something serious. What about the wound on the doctor's arm? I'm trying to contract Ripathy. The doctor tried many ways, breathing in dust, exposure to Iridium dense environments, even direct incision with active Iridium. I tried to get the doctor to stop, and I asked Scout to do the same, but no one wants to see the doctor get hurt. Maybe the doctor is in more pain than we see on the surface. What about Amiya? Terribly frightened, she wouldn't stop crying. It took a lot of effort to get her to sleep. This is a sculpture. A gift from a rescued infected to the doctor. Ace was the first to hear Amiya's cry. He carried the doctor back and left this behind. See, Doctor? You've established connections with so many people. You're not alone. What are you hiding that you wouldn't even tell Chaotik or me? The doctor truly wants to help Amiya and Babel. I can feel that. But I also can't help but feel the doctor leave some thoughts unsaid, some concerns, some doubts. I believe some sentiments were the result of such an abrupt awakening, and that they would go away in time, but they haven't. The doctor is being torn away by these unsaid things, tormented by hesitation, pain, and guilt. Perhaps I don't understand the doctor as well as I thought. I don't know how to ease the doctor's pain, and if neither of us know what the doctor is thinking, the doctor of Babel will always be alone, all the love and respect notwithstanding. Chaotik, yes, I'll explain to the doctor in time. Teresa puts her hand on the doctor's forehead. Under the warm surface lies a past that she cannot fathom. Civilite Eterna. Iridium must rewrite all. And then is their value in existence. Only then is their value in existence. Oh, is she reading his thoughts? From the emergence of intelligent life to the lights in the cosmos and the maelstrom of the stars, Iridium will continue to replicate and transform until even time ceases to exist. This is Iridium? Iridium, the first light before the Big Bang. Oh, we're going fucking here. The first light before the Big Bang. She said that only by covering every inch of the land in Iridium, only by returning matter and time, tide and wonder, light and wailing to the vast ocean of information, only then will we find change and advancement and avert the fate that is end. Even though it is not a transformation but a death. It is not an extinction but a continuation. What was this memory? The doctor's emotion, pain, hesitation, and fear? Who was that accompanying the doctor in despair? No, Calton said there was another. The growth of Iridium is silent, beautiful, and calm. All signs of life have been overgrown. Civilization has vanished from this land. But Teresa feels only fear and suffocation. The memory is trembling, collapsing. There's a force somewhere, trying to fix an error. The Iridium in the memory continues to grow, even assimilating Teresa's consciousness. Teresa. Calton. Oh yes, she was by my side. Teresa. She seems to see the doctor, before her consciousness is fully absorbed by the nebulous Iridium light. Teresa. What happened, Teresa? What did you see? I saw Iridium. It had assimilated the entire continent. The doctor felt pain and anxiety over it. Was that the doctor's memory? No, a dream. Give me a hand, Calton. The feeling, the noise, and the wailing. Teresa, I told you that Iridium once decided the distant future of this land. There were two choices. We were too focused on the tangible suffering, catastrophe, and eripathy, casting our eyes towards the future brought by too much difficulty and too little meaning. The doctor chose one of them, the future that the doctor spoke of to me personally. I cannot forget that future the doctor described. Never in all these years, but the other cold and empty thought has often shot up my spine in the middle of the night over the past 10,000 years. I cannot speak of it, but you can sense my anger with your power. It means civilized eternity exists outside the boundaries of language. So, Teresa, if you saw the future that you are not willing to accept, I hope you, civilized Eterna, can change the course. Only you can. If you saw the side of myself or the doctor that is strange to you, Calton? No, Calton, that is not what I meant. The doctor's feeling towards Amiya, towards us, towards you are sincere. That is the truth. Trust the doctor and trust me. I will find the answer to what is tormenting the doctor. And when... Doctor? Doctor, you're awake. I don't fucking like this. I don't like where this is going. You might remember, but just to make sure, don't forget in Chapter 8, after the battle with Tallulah, when everything was said and done, Amiya collapsed and her infection was critical, and she was given a strange blue liquid, and she went back to being fine. This is likely what he did to her in the bed and held on some more. What? This is likely what he did for her in the... Oh, here. Okay, never mind. I got it. So you're saying he gave her the serum. I tapped the screen, didn't I? What happened to me? You fainted as we were leaving the deck with Amiya. Where's Amiya? A little shaken, but she's fine. You're still in bad shape. What were you thinking? Ah, got it. You're still in bad shape. What were you thinking? I want to cure Amiya's eripathy. I want to change the present state of Sarkis. I want to walk among the civilization that I helped create, to take in the vitality of new life, something that we once had but have long since lost, even if everything that we see, all we know, all that we cherish, no longer exists after a millennium.
Good, good. I had no idea you were so clever and learned. I was going to ask you help me make Maya calm, but with such a good head on your shoulders, I'm feeling a little bad now.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I am like so puzzled because the way that this sounds, it's almost like, all right, I'm gonna give you what I'm thinking. I don't want you to answer any questions. I don't want you to tell me what's really happening. I'm just making sure I say this before I start speaking. I'm just kind of talking, right? So it kind of sounds like the doctor has something to do with the birth of Originium. That is what I'm taking. The doctor and the priestess, with the intention of this material, Originium, being like a savior. But what, her name, Teresa, what Teresa just saw was Originium causing the extinction of mankind, and that's what he's worried about. Not that it's actually going to happen, but a vision that he's worried is going to happen as a result of his oh fuck. This is dark. This is fucking dark. We went from war to something that I possibly created might eradicate the entirety of all people. This is crazy. How much time do I have? I want to read one more. It is 2 hours and 16 minutes. We'll do one more. Maybe two more if it's not too long. Enable administrative level encryption. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, something's about to fucking happen, bro. Mm-hmm. 0018_admin. Okay. Now, I have to remember that our doctor, the one that has lost his memories, doesn't know how to access this. So that's why I'm like, damn, something's about to happen. Activating recorder. Beginning video record. While I slept, the ruins of our homeland nurtured new life. Originium is what guides their development, reshaping the life forms from Talos to... to have a similar appearance to us. What the fuck? Wait. Originium is what guides the development, reshaping life forms from Talos to have a similar appearance to us. Homie, is Infield in the past? No? Dude, listen to how this is worded. Okay, explain that then. Originium is what guides their development, reshaping the life forms from Talos 2 to have a similar appearance to us. But okay. So, okay. Wait, hold on. I'm going to read this. We'll come back to this. You guys all remember what you're thinking right now? Because I'm going to come back to this before we end the stream. All right? I'm going to read this. I'm going to just make sure I understand what's going on because I'm just taking this at face value right now. Origin is what guides their development, reshaping the life forms from Talos. I can't believe that's a fucking thing. From Talos 2 to have a similar appearance to us. I'm rather fortunate. I've been able to leap across the millennia to communicate with them. I've even considered myself one of the people of this land for a time, experiencing their past and future. But in the end, I'm not of here. I'm not of this place. I have even begun to feel uneasy about Teresa's efforts. If the Originium project ends in failure, no, even if it is merely postponed for some time, Teresa calls it, and even the future that I promised to Amiya, the inhabitants of this planet, some of the few life forms known to us are but illusions that will break at the slightest touch. I have been lying to them and to myself for a very long time now, but how will I explain it to Kalsit or to Teresa or Amiya? I'm supposed to tell them that all the pain that they have been through is the key to their salvation, and they must stop fighting. All of the Terran civilization is a fleeting dream, and only being assimilated into Originium only by being assimilated into Originium will we have the opportunity to avert our fate. Seeing the lives of those who call the infected dissipate like smoke brings pain to my heart. It has long been a common sight on Terra, but it always marks the end of life, sorrowful and cruel. It's been too long since I've heard a voice full of life. I can't just see them as unexpected sparks, but what I see cannot be called a warrior's death. Rather, they have given in to the Originium's assimilation, passing through death to join the assimilated universe, a chance where life can break through the deepest darkness. I shall bow in silence at their deaths. Or should I quietly rejoice at the smooth progression of a project? It is for this reason that Teresa dedicates herself to her research. Kalsit, our Alma 10, holy shit, has also chosen to believe in the potential of Terra, chosen to resist Originium and put an end to war. But what about me? The Originium project was built upon the efforts of countless generations in that time. Billions of our compatriots have died, all in exchange for a mere 10,000 years that I have spent waiting and waiting. And now the flint and tinder are in my hands. After all the long years, how can I abandon it? Because Terra has left me pleasantly surprised in a few short years. Because of the choices that Teresa and Kalsit made? Even if Amiya has moved me to compassion, would I have not been the selfish one all along? They awaken me to their salvation, but in truth, I am destined to bring them annihilation. They awaken me their destroyer as if I was their savior. Amiya, Kalsit. What should I do? Priestess, what should I do? Perhaps I should reveal everything to Kalsit and Teresa. Originium has led them down roughly the correct path. Arrogant though it may be, this has been sufficient for these souls to perform a new kind of miracle. Perhaps I must re-examine Teresa and Kalsit's plan. Babel's research has proceeded faster than expected, but Terra's political structure is rather primitive, and Babel does not yet have the ability to transcend the barriers of race and nation so that it may represent Terra as a whole. Believe in Terra. Believe in the people to build their own future. Carry on with the project. At least is this like a battling, like he's conflicting with himself a little bit? Carry on with the project. At least the vestiges of those who came before and live on within Originium. Believe in her. Stop her. Yeah, I figured it out. Okay, I figured it out. This is, okay, I was wrong about the past thing. I figured it out. This is fucked. Oh! Well, how could I ever blame you? I understand your dilemma. Our debates are far beyond what those little life forms known as humans could participate in. But this is the only way. You and I both know that much. If perhaps we still have time before its return, we can envision things together, achieve them together, describe anything and everything within the boundaries of the universe together. I hope that in those fragile moments, you will always stand by my side. You will, won't you? What the fuck? Oh my God. That concludes my report, Your Highness. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back to... Oh my God. So the white and black scenes was him, I think it was him conflicting with himself, whether he should stop them or let them continue and see the land and people progressing. Because he could essentially be what stops the progression of this land and saves himself, or he could stop them and be their destruction. But he worries either choice that he makes could be the wrong choice. Yo, this story is cooking. Should he continue his people's last legacy versus help the... Yeah. He could help them and risk the plan or stop them. Yeah, he did say, or the Originium project, right? So everything that's happening here is a result of that project. So the reason why I thought this was in the past was because of that beginning part that they said. But now I get it. It's not that they're in the past. This project is basically building, I guess, creatures that were not intended to exist. This is fucked, dude. And now he basically has to decide whether he makes the decision that terminates their existence or helps them build towards a more, not advanced. This story is fucked. Yo, this is so good. Basically miscalculated how it would go. Yeah, because the whole Originium project, from the looks of it, seems to be a way for humanity to keep on living and thriving. But somewhere during the time that he was sleeping, it seems that the people that, or some sort of being has turned the Originium project has turned some creatures into human-like creatures. So maybe they were animals before? And that's why they have the ears and fangs and all that of various different creatures? of course, that's just me thinking, right? Like, I'm not really sure. Basically, Talos 2 is presumably a planet, and they were regular animals on the planet. This is Comey, by the way. Hold on, let me save that so I can read it after reading Comey's. Basically, Talos 2 is presumably a planet, and there were regular animals on that planet. And when affected by Iridium, they evolved to have an appearance like us, like I just said. And so they were likely originated like that weird rabbit thing in the infield PV and became a weird rabbit girl after a little bit of evolution. It could be the doctor's home world or just a home that they took animals for experiments. We do not know. These creatures were not intentional and not meant to evolve this way, and infection was not expected either. Infield is returning to Talos 2 through the portal, so this reveals that their actual home planet, and they basically returned home and then plot stuff. Okay. All right, and then what Baki said. If you remember, Mephisto turned into a bird in the sarcophagus. Oh, I don't even have to read the rest of that. I already know where you're going with this. The speculation is that the doctor's people brought animals to Terra and they evolved into furries through Iridium, thus going back into the sarcophagus, turned him back into his original form. But it was like, but it also brought back the infection. Oh my God. I love this game. There's so much that's going to fucking happen. Yo, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. So that whole scene where Mephisto turned back into a bird had that much purpose? They thought that far ahead? Of course, these are just theories, but still, like, fucking theories. That's a peak theory. That we don't have anything pushing us against that theory. That sounds like it makes sense. Hold on to that. Baki and Comey, well, Comey already sent it to me. Baki, send me what you just said in DMs so I can return to this later. I'm gonna continue because my thoughts are killing me, and usually this is when I start stuttering a lot. So I need to focus. The military commission seems to be certain that we will retake the region C810's village and supplies, but by building an outpost there, they have already fallen into a trap. There are, however, some officers who have begun to use tactics completely different from Manfred's. This is highly irregular. Our spies have reported seeing undead entering the troops' camp. Oh my God, I'm stuck on that. I need to calm down. That's fucking sick. Holy fuck, that's so sick. Later, Darius. You got to read through all the chapters, bro. You got to read through all the chapters, bro. This shit is epic, my guy. Take your time. This shit's peak. Okay. I think that shit is so cool. Okay. What does the doctor make of it? The doctor believes that no matter how the Sarkis god of war intends to participate in this conflict, our arrangements will be thrown into complete disarray. What about you? Everyone is well aware that many members of the royal court have always favored the military commission, which advocates for reprisals and violence. But on account of certain restrictions, ones that you might even call rules of convention, none of them are willing to participate in the civil war. If the sovereigns were to decide to wage war upon us in Kazdal, those Sarkis who have not yet returned would once more be able to find Babel on the map. Practically speaking, if the court sides against us, the military gap will be concerning. Plus, those that support us are for the most part not warriors or soldiers. This shit is so awesome. This game is so good. Low light, you're cooking. Please do us this kind of justice in Infield, because this story is fire. Okay. I'm calm. For many of our troops, this is the first time they've ever held a weapon. This is why I must speak my mind. No matter how you look at the facts, our situation is changing drastically. I understand. Keep monitoring the undead court. If Nazaliam is no longer holding back, then the Durquell, I don't know if I said that right, is likely to act as well. For 3 weeks in a row, the Rhodes Riverbank has no ships. The Rhodes Riverbank is the most excellent spy network. They're able to deceive anyone they so wish, except for their sovereign lord. Tell them to pull out immediately. Leave Castel if they must. Lie low in other lands. It will be done. I'll take my leave then, Highness. The royal court, they possess the most direct capacity to use force. I need to click this real quick. Okay. To use force. Nazaliam has only agreed to hand over command because he was promised a war that will reshape the land. Although rather troublesome, it is a challenge that we would have to face sooner or later if we were to achieve all that we hope for. Babel does not blindly reject violence. It is clear to us all that if necessary, we must use force to defend our beliefs. But this also means that the Sarkas will further devour themselves, venting the hate they hold for the land by setting themselves ablaze. It will mean the end for us. Defending the military commission will not solve all our problems. We must give closure to those Sarkas who have grown up knowing only hatred and suffering, in other regards as well. As for Aripathy and Erigium, we... Doctor, please enter. Oh, Ascalon. Your Highness. I can't take it. They added Thick and Queen in here. Like, come on, man. Your wounds have not yet fully healed, Escalon. There's no need for you to make your report in person. I've recovered. Besides, this is top priority. Hodor's team has successfully intercepted a witchcraft decoder. The doctor has already begun deciphering our enemy's codes. I believe we should see results soon. Is that so? Inez, W, you have done very well. Thank you, Your Highness. I hope we'll crack our enemy's comms as quickly as possible so we can plan our next ops. Where's your captain, by the way? Hodor took a few flesh wounds, nothing too serious. He's getting treated in the infirmary right now. If that is the case, then I'll not waste your time. Go to him. Of course. Thank you kindly, Highness. W? What? Go to Hodor. Oh, alright, got it. Guess he still ain't dead. If that's all, Your Highness, I have other business. That reminds me, I still haven't brought a real name for the girl. Thought of a real name for the girl, have I? Talk about W? Casdell border. The doctor listens to the pitter-patter of the rain on the leaves, eyes closed. Drip drop. The doctor's heart rages, filled with torment. A foul beast cries out in the distance. Answers my questions or die here. Ask away. Are you betraying Babel? I've never been a Babel member. I've also never mentioned them to the face of abandoned them to face their struggles alone. Why have you come to me? I have a request. I will not speak to a myth with no name, evil spirit. Who are you? Doctor. Teresa lowers his weapon, the rain falling from the corners of his eyes onto the earth. He does not look at the one who invited him to this clandestine meeting. Instead, glazing upwards at the colossal statues of so-called heroes. Statues raised to commemorate the founding of the nomadic city of Casdo by a pair of twins. Even after 100 years, his stone self still stands, stone drawn by her side. Despite the best efforts of the catastrophe and storm, not long after she had crushed the rebellion and sought to destroy the new city, the joyful people of Casdo invited us to witness the unveiling of these two statues. Ancient Sarkez language, heroes. They were to watch over the border we had marked with our own two hands for generations to come, warning our foes, welcoming our friends. I once swore an oath to her below her statue. My sword would behead all who stand against her. The doctor stares at the statue of Theresa's, gaze unbreaking. Does the military commission not stand against her? No, there are no part of Casdo that has truly risen up against her. Her foe is me, and me alone. And what of you? Teresa looks at the figure before him, rainwater gathering at the hem of a long hooded coat, rhythmically dripping to the ground. I just realized that the rain is active. It is actually raining on the image, despite it being a still image. That is fire. Shallow puddles below ripple as falling drops strike them. You ought to remember that most Sarkis who once lived here have long since died, lost to history. There are only a handful left who know how to find this place. You came here on foot. How far have you walked? Very far. You have broken the witchcraft cipher created by Manfred's team that he's so proud of. I did that a long time ago. I just never told anybody. Even Teresa believes that I only began my work recently, meaning I'm in a position of nearly all the military commission's battle. Damn, he's in possession of nearly all of the military commission's battle plans. So I created this opportunity to meet you alone. You are confident that I would not kill the strategist who possesses the greatest threat? I am confident that what I'm about to offer is worth enough that you wouldn't. Technology that can control Iridium. How far can you... Wait. I don't like where this is going. I don't like where this is going at all. How do you plan to completely change the Sarkas even in this entire land? I can give you the answer you need. You are a boastful one. So what is it that you wish to do, evil spirit? Destroy Babel. Scatter her followers. Let Teresa in on your plans. Unify the Sarkas under a Khazda ruled by the military commission. Hold on, let me make sure I read that correct. Yeah, it was Doctor that said that. The Doctor imagined the emotions that speaking these words would incite many times over. Destroy Babel. Only a sense of relief came over the Doctor. The Doctor stares at the statue of Teresa, unmoving, without the slightest hint of emotion. She and I never relied on the charity of our enemies. In the course of leading Khazda to where it stands today, it is true that this war will only end in a decisive defeat of one of us, but you should not be the one to propose it. Proceed. Tell me more why you would make this request, evil spirit of an age long gone. You already know. There are no surprises here. Considering the near 200 years you and Teresa spent working together, you should be able to guess. I seek the expansion of Iridium. Babel's struggles will only prolong the dying gasp of this land, Teresa. No matter if you resist it or accept it, Iridium will take on myriad forms, drawing all of civilization into her embrace. Have you ever looked up at the sky? Beyond that sky, far beyond the twin moons, there is a place we would once return to. We would once sleep peacefully. But I am the only one left, here speaking with you. The course of the Sarka's eternal search for the remains of dead gods to fend off your enemies. Have you ever wondered, why did those gods die? The rain intensifies. The Doctor draws tight the trademark hood and stands below the towering statues. The shadows of the statues envelop the Doctor, making this figure seem even more insignificant. Teresa suddenly feels that the one standing before him in the rain is even harder to read than before. The burden I bear is greater than the future of the Sarkas. If I must destroy some things to create a ladder I hope for, I would do it. It's all I can do. I've already hesitated for far too long. Destroy some things to create a ladder? You speak lightly of sacrifice? Nothing light here, Teresa. Believe me when I say you could even conceive of what I've been through. You couldn't even conceive. And where do I see your sincerity for our cooperation? Is the shard not enough for you? Otherwise, even with the help of the confessory, it is not. It's far from enough, evil spirit. It is only enough to spare your life. Only enough to stop me, leader of the military commission, from killing a fated foe here and now. I require even more direct means to advance this war to the next stage. If you wish for Babel members to be spared, then so be it. The military commission promises you that as long as Babel concedes defeat and departs Khazda, we will not exterminate those who desert or surrender. But you know what you must do in return. No, you can't. Who would have thought that the evil spirit who so roused the interest of the undead king would be such a coward? can't both let Teresa and allow Babel members to leave safely. It is a total contradiction. Only with the destruction of Babel and the complete eradication of its members can Teresa leave for Londinium with me. Otherwise, it would merely be a case of the military commission quashing and dispersing yet another group of civilians, migrants, and pacifists. Even without my order, such things will happen naturally. Perhaps you believe that Teresa would be willing to step back and watch it before her eyes. She will not, and so she will resist. You know what I ask of you? If you really wish to save many who stand by your side, make them willingly admit defeat and surrender to me. Then slay their king. And then I will allow Babel to leave. As it collapses, it will no longer be considered a Sarkis endeavor, and it will grow weak, drifting to the edges of civilization. Destroy some things to create a ladder, Doctor. You're right. There is nothing light about this. In your opinion, what is the meaning behind the Civil War? What meaning would her death hold? Reclaiming our lands, rebuilding our homes, ending discrimination, and revitalizing our race. You have heard these platitudes many times. They are too complex yet too simple. Merely a small and plentiful species trying to grasp their fate. I see. In that case, I will tip the scales of destiny. Destroy Babel, divide them, weaken them. Allow them to return to their former lives so they can know a moment of peace in their final century. That way we don't have to kill Teresa. Or at the very least, we can minimize the loss of life. Fretting over violence serves only to stifle you. You understand the Sarkis better than most, but perhaps still not well enough. I've questioned myself, Doctor. Evil spirit of a bygone age. You call yourself a giant, a god, a supreme creator, one who can dictate the fate of the Sarkis. Are you the only one of your kind? I am. That's good to know. Go without guilt. Go now without guilt and do what you have decided to do. If you worry there will be no one to tear you down from your lofty heights or judge your sins, don't. I will do it, evil spirit. Until there are none left to toy with our fate. The doctor listens to the splashing of the puddles behind, the sound of footsteps fading into the distance. The racist is gone, wishing to stay not a moment longer. Pale sunlight begins to seep through the gas between the statues, and I see it. That's a really good touch. The doctor cannot feel the slightest bit of warmth from it. The heroes continue to gaze into the distance. They do not look beneath their feet. There stands a figure who does not leave for a long, long time. This is only the first fucking half and all that fucking happened? That's crazy.
Formation ready. Advance to the objective.
That was so much. Okay, nothing's gonna happen, so I'll make something happen.
An improv from us.
Pass on your last words? No.
When were the seeds of this tragedy planted?
Please, trust in me. Spring breeze, suffering, will come to rest.
Moving to designated location.
信号は安定。誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
Vermin.
I'm prepared to fight.
I'll do my best.
Solidify. This will be over soon.
I'm so tired.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that? Flourish or perish?
If you're really I'll plant you into the soil to grow anew.
Solidify. This will be over soon.
What would you...
Liberty and sunlight all around us.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
I'm listening.
Their life is mine to protect.
I know what better match your step.
What would you like to hear?
Bad luck. You ran into me.
Can I stay back?
Need speed to succeed. Your life is mine to protect.
Please, trust in me. If you're really incapable of settling this, then let me handle it.
I'm listening.
いや悪いね。僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
よくどよ。祝おうよ。立ち上がる。
Got a problem that needs solving? Need speed to succeed.
Where do you wish to begin the firelight?
Understand? 私の声に応える。There is no hesitating in battle.
Yielding is not an option.
All right.
Need speed to succeed. Moving to designated location. Solidify.
いや悪いね。僕は別に信徒じゃないよ。
I'm listening.
All right.
This will be over soon.
An improv from us.
Stay back.
I know what to sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that? I see them. I'll be right back. Need speed to succeed.
All right. Your attacks have no effect. The coast to see as bright as gold.
Yielding is not an option. Suppress them.
Hate this guy.
I win.
Solidify.
I know what to do. Don't order me around.
Have to wait. Oh, quick enough. This is a lot more intense than I thought it was gonna be, man. My head is racing. Before Are you also torn by that between that interaction between the doctor and Teresa? Yeah, I'm not thinking that this decision that the doctor is making is a good one at all. But I'm understanding why he's making the decisions. I'm just not liking them. Might need a breather. Nah, I'm almost done. After reading the rest of this, I'm ending the stream because the next half, from what I was told, is supposed to be really, really short. So we should be able to complete that within 1 or 2 streams. So please wait, General. You are too impatient. But General, the Duke's envoy was almost ready to spit on. I double clicked. Did we get what we wanted? We got parcel usage rights for the industrial area and the right to cross the border. But did it have to be so humiliating? The Victorian dukes have you at their beck and call, treating Asarkas like tamed beasts. This is not what our soldiers redeployed from Civil War were promised, General. Is this not all we desired? Perhaps you would prefer the Victorians treat the Sarkas as their greatest enemy from the beginning, banding together to face us. I understand. I know it's necessary for our enemies to think us weak, but this? Many within our ranks feel this is terribly dishonorable. Did I promise them honor? Do the Sarkas have honor in the eyes of the Victorians? You have been far too impetuous lately, Manfred. Dignity is of high import. You fight for the rights of your men, and thus people do respect you. Were these ordinary times, perhaps I would too commend you. But do you remember what we are here to do? We are preparing to steal the heart of the nation, to bring the greatest empire on this great land to its knees. Their prejudices have left them weak, and the Sarkas are in hunger. What we truly need is neither honor nor respect. I understand. Are our men prepared, ready to depart at a moment's notice? Our people send in advance to Londinium to support us. Oh my God. The final deadline for our arrival, as dictated by the Duke of Cavendish request, is fast approaching. We can set out at any time. Good. Then we march to destroy Victoria. Man. Have you been on duty this entire time? Yes, sir. Stand down for now. I wish to be alone for a while. Of course, sir. Manfred, once the guards leave, Manfred takes out a wine glass that he places aside. Damn. He knew she was there. Care for a drink? You never drank before. I still don't. But the general has ordered me to learn Victorian etiquette as preparation for our upcoming duty. I've learned rather... I find that funny that he just knew she was there. I've learned rather recently that every meal those nobles pair every meal with multiple kinds of wine. Wait, what? I've learned rather recently that every meal those nobles pair every meal with... Okay, that's just... Yeah. With multiple kinds of wine, each requiring its own unique glass. Remember when we were young and the general led us to an ancient battlefield for swords play? That night was cold, and only after the general made some soup did we realize we had nothing to hold it in. Thankfully, the battlefield was nothing short of spent shells. And you used those to fashion 4 cups. You, me, the General, and Her Highness, carrying cups made out of shells, out of shell castings, while sitting in front of the fire. I remember, it was a peaceful night, just like this one. The frigid moonlight of late winter falls through the window. Manfred rests his hand upon his sword hilt that was equally as cold. The air is still, and the two of them can hear the other's heartbeat. You're going to Londinium tomorrow. You know you wish to see the General. I know you wish to see the General, and you couldn't. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come to see me. I gave up. I found out when I caught a glimpse of him from the distance. The first thought that came to mind was that I should kill him, then and there. Then you should applaud yourself for maintaining some reason. And so you decided to come to me. I heard you improved your swordsmanship. Why don't we see for ourselves? I've never been able to best you. Don't beg for mercy before you've even fallen. There was one time we fought in Her Highness's study. We knocked down the entire bookshelf and the General took our weapons away and made us tidy up the room within 30 minutes. I knew you did that on purpose, wanting attention from their highnesses. Is that so? Escalon hides herself into the shadows in a blink of an eye. Another blink, and Manfred feels a chill running across the side of his neck. He didn't have time to draw his sword and fight back. He didn't have time to even think about fighting back. Perhaps he was too tired. If I cut your neck here, at least there'll be no need for you to die in Londinium. I can throw your corpse into the furnace. It would spare many from dying on a distant battlefield in a foreign land. If you made your decision, then kill me here. It'll be your final chance. You made yours, I see. The General says you lack conviction, but I don't think he is entirely correct. You shouldn't speak so much when someone has your life in their hands. I am tired. You're right. I should have stopped, but whatever. It is only recently that I've realized I'm not as resolute as you. We have been brought to where we have been brought to where we are by the invisible tides of fate. But ever since the day this war started, there's no going back for us. Then do your best to survive. I won't hold back next time. The silent assassin stows her blade up her sleeve and slowly steps back into the shadows. Neither will I. If only this was our last meeting. A cold wind scatters the thick clouds of late winter, allowing sunlight to peek through the gaps and spread out across the bridge of the ship. Down the stairs, Ascalon stands unmoving by a guardrail. She shuts her eyes tight, enjoying the fleeting warmth of the sunshine. Above the stairs, there is a clear rustling of cloth dragging against the ground. A shadow flint across the assassin's face, blocking out the rays of sunlight. Sorry, Ascalon. Did I disturb your rest? I thought I wouldn't make any sound if I took off my shoes. No, you're welcome at any time. The ground is cold. You should put your shoes back on, Your Highness. Nothing you wish to tell me, Ascalon? You mean the reason you returned to Kasdal? It was my own decision. I thought you wouldn't agree. And I didn't know how to bring it up with Your Highness. Why wouldn't I not agree, Ascalon? Since it was your decision, I would trust your judgment. Did you manage to see them? Manfred and Teresa are both well. I can believe that. They are strong men. We should finish our preparations as well. The operation to retake Kasdal isn't too far off now. Why does your brow seem even more furrowed than before? Our recent combat plans have been radical. They've won us some battles too. Still, I've been feeling uneasy. Babel has changed a lot, especially, yes, the doctor. The doctor has changed a lot too. Become more efficient, more clinical. It's like the doctor's now a machine that never makes mistakes. that's just what a commander should be, no? Why would that make you worry? We've got an incredible commander now, sure, but I think I trust the weirdo who kept falling off the burden beast more. Is that really... Wow. I just had a flashback of Ascalon kind of feeling like whoa. I just had a flashback. I really did say in the past somewhere that it feels like Ascalon doesn't trust him. And now I'm starting to think I know why. Man, Fred, shut up, Comey. Is this really the best time to attack Casdale, Your Highness? Your intuition has always been on the mark. You've had your worries too. Do you remember? We faced countless insurmountable odds over the years, but we've overcome them all. I believe that we can go through what comes next as well. We've always been in danger, yes. Babel carries the hopes of many, Ascalon. Faith has gotten us this far, and we cannot stop now. We have always been at a disadvantage against the military commission. Now most of their forces have redeployed to Londinium. This is a one-of-a-kind opportunity. We have no choice. I'll be at your side, keeping you safe. No, Ascalon. In the future, you must go further afield to protect others. Relax for now and bask in the sunlight for a moment. Your Highness. Oh, right. Remember not to always rest on your feet. If you're tired, you should go and enjoy a nice nap in your room. I'll remember. The sunlight shines upon Ascalon's face once more. It is bright and warm, but the moment the shadow faded away, she suddenly felt some peculiar emotion flooding through her chest. At the time, she was unable to describe what it was. It dawned on her many years later on a sunny day. It was an unwillingness to part ways. Oh, something's about to fucking happen. That fucking music. Da-na-na. Message from His Grace the Duke. Storming Londinium like this was well done. Assemble in the central in an hour. Is your cup's cover green? Yes, that's why the green screen is attacking it. Yeah. Assemble in central in an hour. You'll be reviewed there. Then you'll receive your bounty. Hey, did you get all that? Yes, your orders have been received. Do let the Duke know on my behalf that we'll be there on time. The Sarkas thank him for his generosity. Uppity devils. It could well be a rare fine day in Londinium. If it were not for the gun smoke filling the air from atop the towering city walls, one could see the entire lay of this ancient city. The general in his bloodstained uniform says not a word, his gaze fixed on the great edifice in the center of the city. In the skies above Londinium, a dark cloud floats by. We're stopping here, man. I feel like this is gonna get really fucking good, and I want to be rested up for it. This goes to 13, right? Okay. Yeah. Next stream we're gonna try and finish this. This story is peak. This story is peak. This story is fucking peak. The fact that, okay, hold on, I'm doing this right now. We're doing this right now. We're doing this. Hold on. The fact that they went back just to show us the relevance of past events. Like, they didn't show it, but they spoke it into existence. The fact that they mentioned that these are animals that evolved. Well, they didn't say those exact words. They said that these may be creatures that evolved into beings like us or people like us. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. And now I'm starting to understand why Coulson feels the way she does towards the doctor, because the doctor essentially is deceiving Babel, which looks like it might result in what happened to Teresa. Like, it's just crazy. Talos 2 is presumably a planet, and they were regular animals on the planet, and when affected by Originium, they evolved to have an appearance like us. So they were likely originally like that weird rabbit thing in the infield PV, and then became a rabbit girl after a little bit of evolution. This is fucking fantastic, man. This is fantastic. I love this game. I love this lore. I love this. This is why I'm still fucking playing this game. Because every single time, it surprises me with something that I would have never thought of. Go to sleep, Baki. There's nothing more coming. I'm about to end, so I appreciate you, Baki. Get some sleep, brother. In chat, I thank you guys for coming through. No, past Chaotic really owes it to present Chaotic for giving him a chance. Hey, no. I owe it to you guys. Because if it wasn't for, and this doesn't happen often, this is why I gave the game a chance. If it wasn't for you guys coming in here peacefully, not starting shit, just, hey man, we think you're wrong about the story, please give it a try. Like, I wouldn't be here today enjoying this shit. Like, this community has been so fucking welcoming, and you guys have just been excited for me to enjoy shit. I love it. Remember the chibis? Now look where you are. I still hate the chibis, but I understand it now, because the game wouldn't flow and play as easily with fully 3D characters. I get it. Not without completely changing the way the battle system works. I get it. So there's no use in complaining about it. You're one of our few lore nerds. Hey. Too bad I'm forgetful, because I would make lore videos if I wasn't forgetful. The story is the reason I'm playing this game for almost 5 years later. I'm actually glad I didn't enjoy it at the beginning, because I wouldn't be here, like, you wouldn't see all like my fresh thoughts on stuff. We are what the community actually are like, but sometimes the toxic gets louder than us. Hey, I'm thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for you guys for coming through. And we got a lot of CN fans in here too. Like, it's surprising that fans of the CN version of Arknights come through to just enjoy. Yeah, I love all y'all. Y'all fantastic, man. I appreciate you guys. I thank you guys both on the CN side and the global side for letting me enjoy this and getting me excited for everything. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And with that, I'm gonna go rest. Comey, hi Billy Billy. Hi Billy Billy. All right, I'm going to sleep. I'm delusional. I'm gonna crash. Tomorrow, guys, the finale. All right? Tomorrow's the finale. We are going to strive to finish this tomorrow. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Don't forget to like the stream. And if you're new here, subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow for the final part of the Babel side story. Peace out, everyone.